Hello. It's good to see you. Today we're going to be focusing on the microphone, which normally you don't see in the video. I try to keep it out of sight, but it's always there. It is a microphone. I've had several requests for a brushing video with the microphone. Normally, it has this piece of foam on top of it, but for videos like this, I take it off. It looks like a little hat. We don't keep this on when we are brushing the microphone. I have two brushes that I wanted to try. One of them we've used before. The other one I don't think we actually have used before. I don't think I even had this other brush the last time I did this. I haven't had it very long at all. I hope that so far today you have had a good day. I've had a pretty good day. Now this brush is one that I've used before. This is a Bare Minerals brush. I've had it for so long, the name has come off the brush. I've had it forever. I don't really use it much anymore. But over time I change, makeup techniques and things. I just do different things. Not really for any particular reason. I just feel like changing it from time to time. I don't know. Makeup is not a big part of my day. This brush is lovely. It's a great general purpose makeup brush. It has natural bristles to it. I like it. It works for just whatever. The other brush I have is not a makeup brush. Oh no. I thought about showing you some of my nail polish in this video, but I decided to save that and do that separately. Do something different with that. I have bought quite a bit of nail polish lately. If I wanted to show you all of my nail polish, we would be here for literally hours. I have so many bottles of nail polish. Oh my goodness. This one that I'm wearing is new. I just got this. And it looks different. It kind of changes. And depending on the light that you look at it in, like sometimes it looks like kind of a super dark brown. Sometimes it looks more red. To me, it looks red, but when I look at it on the monitor, it doesn't. Earlier today, I saw it over in the afternoon. I was driving and it was a sunny day. I'm in my car and I had my sunglasses on and looking at my nails in the car on a sunny afternoon with my sunglasses on. It actually looked like so just depending on how I feel or how much I like it. Also, some nail polishes, particularly some of the quick dry nail polishes, chip easily, even with a good top coat over it and a good base coat under it. I find that it just chips and it, gets on my nerves. So I run out of patience with it very quickly and I change it out to something else. Honestly, this one, from looking at it in the bottle, I was expecting it to be more red. I didn't know this is 2 coats. I didn't know it was going to be this dark. I mean, it's fine, but it's not quite what I expected. And sometimes I will look at the polish in the bottle and I like it even better on my nails than I do in the bottle. Sometimes it works that way too. I don't really have a favorite. I like all of them at different times, just depending on the mood I'm in, or if I'm planning outfits for a few days, I may try to pick one that kind of matches the outfits that I have in mind, But honestly, since I started working from home exclusively a year ago this month, actually it was a year ago yesterday, I started working exclusively from home. That's crazy. I don't really dress up that much because I never see the people I work with. We don't even really do Zoom calls. We don't do anything. We communicate by email almost exclusively. I hardly ever even talk to them on the phone. So, I don't really have to look any certain way. I know some people say that, getting up and dressing up makes them more productive working from home. I find that I really don't have any problem staying motivated and being productive working from home. The clothes I'm wearing, for me, it doesn't seem to really affect it one way or the other. Now I do get up and I will put on, I will put on something, it's not dressy, but it's usually like gym shorts and a t-shirt this time of year. In colder weather, it might be a sweatshirt and yoga pants or something like that. I brush my teeth, I floss my teeth every morning. I have my little morning ritual. It's not terribly different than it was when I was going to an office every day. I don't miss the commute. Traffic, I don't miss that at all. But I like what I do, and it's kind of cool to get up and see, alright, what have we got today? What kind of work is waiting for me today? It's always kind of a challenge, is my Bare Minerals brush. It's quite delightful. I do like it. It's really good for loose powder. I used to use, and I really should get back into it, Magnolia Minerals Cosmetics. I think they're based out of Hickory, North Carolina, or somewhere up in the mountains of North Carolina. But then I got into other lines of cosmetics, and I just kind of drifted away from them. But they actually have some really nice stuff, and they have a brush very similar to this one. I don't think I have any of their brushes left anymore. So my kids are back in school. Yeah, it's going well so far. Everybody's doing fine, which is good. So I have the house to myself during the day for the first time since, last June. So I'm very happy. I can focus more. We have a new stranger cat that started coming to our house. Okay, there's Clark. I mentioned Clark. He was this gray and white bobtail cat. Very chill, very cool, laid back cat. Now there's another one in addition to Clark, and he is more of like a charcoal gray. He's a darker gray, and he has half of a tail. His tail's like that long, and he has longer and she sits under the bird feeders and just looks up like that. And, you know, well, anyway, she was sitting under the bird feeders, and Bob comes walking up in the backyard and just walks right up to her, and Olive is just freaking out. Like, she's yelling at him and spitting at him, and she's all puffed up, and he's like, "What is your problem?" He's trying to sniff her face, and she's freaking out. was sugar in it. I was grown, and I was in a restaurant, and I said they messed up this cornbread. Dang, did they mistake the salt for sugar? Why is this cornbread sweet? I had never had sweet cornbread in my life. I'm not fond of sugar in cornbread. I don't like it. I guess because I grew up eating the cornbread that my mom made with no sugar in it. I don't know. I thought we could do that one day. We could make some cornbread and enjoy that. And my dad, when I was growing up, he would take cornbread. He would take a large glass of buttermilk, and he would crumble up the cornbread and put it down in the milk, which I thought was gross. And then I guess, I don't know, I think you kind of have to eat it with a spoon or something. It's just bad. But I don't like cornbread, or I don't like buttermilk, so I don't want it any other way. The only way I want buttermilk is in a biscuit. I don't want it anywhere else. So this is my charcoal infused fancy schmancy little bamboo brush. You know, you can even get charcoal infused toothbrushes at Dollar Tree now. Oh my god, they have charcoal infused soap.